Hi, it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualized, My Asexual Life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon, excuse me, so you get notified every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content as we go along. If you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 asexual stories, that's real life stories, love, life and sex, LA celebration of asexual diversity. And this is book specifically came out to celebrate our diversity across the asexual spectrum and our differences within it, which is what Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month is all about. And happy Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month, day 13 we're on now. Also, I'm the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy. Hello! How do I pronounce your name? Mackenzie Stevens. Yeah, I think it's Mackenzie Stevens. So, yeah, so on tonight's episode, again, I'm going to be reading out from my Asexual Perspectives book, obviously, because it's Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month, and I'm going to be reading some point of views out, perspectives about having kids, what asexuals think of kids. So, obviously, asexuals predominantly don't want sex. So how does that affect them having kids? So this is Ari's story. Would you like kids, and if so, how many? And how do you hope to conceive these? If you already have kids, did you know before you had them that you are asexual? And how did that impact your life? I don't have kids and I don't want them. I think you should really, really want kids to have them because of how much of your life will need to centre around them for the next 18 years at least. If I ever changed my mind about wanting them, hopefully I'd have a girlfriend who wanted to give birth to them with a sperm donor because I still wouldn't want to be pregnant. Or adoption, but I hear that's prohibitively difficult and expensive. So some asexuals will have sex just to conceive kids. Other asexuals, they will have artificial insemination. Other asexuals will have adoption, and other asexuals just don't want kids at all, like me. So, and Jen Mullen, yeah, because that's why I asked Jen in this book as well. So, Jen said, I've been saying my entire life I didn't want kids, and realizing that I'm asexual cemented that even further. I really don't like kids. And so, yeah, that's, you know, when you find out you're asexual and you lack sexual attraction and you don't want sex anyway, it kind of like, you know, having kids, if someone wants kids who's asexual, kind of puts them off from having kids because of the sex. But some asexuals, like I said, they will have sex just for the purpose of having kids. I know one guy who's married and he literally who's asexual, and he just had sex to have kids, and that's it. They've never had sex again. I also asked Thomas in my book, would you like kids, and if so, how many? And how do you hope to conceive these? If you already have kids, did you know before you had them that you were asexual, and how did that impact your life? Thomas said, at one time I believed I wanted kids. After a failed attempt, I had learned of my asexuality and gave up the ghost on the whole thing. Yeah, sometimes people realize when they try and attempt to have sex that they just don't want it, they don't need it, they don't get the urge for it, and that's how they discover they're asexual. My personal journey, I didn't know I was asexual for a long time. So I was in heterosexual relationships for half of my life, which is a bit weird. But a lot of the boyfriends I had, you know, they either didn't last long, but the two long term relationships I had, one guy I didn't have sex with like very much at all, like a handful of times. I was with him for nearly 7 years. And the other guy, I was with him for 8.5 years, and he was good at sex, but we didn't do it sometimes for 2 or 3 months, which really suited me because I don't like sex. And back then I didn't know that I could have a relationship, loving, healthy, and happy without sex. And now I've discovered the asexual community. I've got asexual friends. It's amazing because now I know I can definitely get a relationship without sex, and that's what I intend to do. If not, I'll stay happily single forever like I am at the moment. So Eddie's story, I asked Eddie, would he like kids? I'm really not sure if I want kids, said Eddie. If I did, I would only have one. I'm not too excited about the conception process. I hear it involves some strange thing called sex. Exactly. You know, because sex to asexuals, when we don't naturally get the need, urge, or want for it, it's like a foreign concept to us, you know? It's like weird. It's like, and when everyone's raving about it in the world, it's like, what the heck is the big deal? Do you know what I mean? So Juanita's story, would you like kids? I would love children. I have thought about this before. The concept in certain religions is that sex is only a function for procreation. I think the concept was born of an asexual person because I completely dig that idea. Do it to get the kids and then leave me alone. And I think that, like I said, that does sum up the people that do want to have kids through sexual intercourse, who are asexual. Usually it's just like, yeah, let's have sex just to have the children, and that's it, because that's all they need it for. And to be fair, I think really in society, you know, all you actually need sex for is the procreation. That's the actual only need of it. But obviously people have these chemicals flying around that are called sexual attraction. It's very addictive. It's like a dopamine hit. And so that's why they get drawn to having sex and more of it, because it stimulates their body and it drives them crazy. So they just want more and more of it. I mean, because I experience high levels of arousal, even though I don't experience sexual attraction, I get aroused quite easily by some things. And it's a pain in the ass, to be quite honest. I'd rather I didn't, because it's just annoying, gets in the way sometimes. But that's how I can understand sexuals getting obsessed with sex, in the sense that I can feel when I'm aroused, and you kind of like sometimes need to relieve it. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you don't have to, but it just goes on your mind. And sometimes it's nice to self-love, and especially if you're asexual who's single and you do get aroused, you know, it's kind of nice to do that. I mean, when I had a boyfriend not so long ago, you know, I didn't the arousal that, you know, I didn't need to relieve it because I was just happy kissing the guy. You know, when I'm in a partnership, I don't need any you know, physical stimulation, really. I just like the kissing, because that is my physical stimulation, just the kissing. You know, I absolutely adore kissing. It's beautiful, you know, with the right guy, someone you love and care about. It's very beautiful, and gives you a natural dopamine hit, so you don't have to have the sex at all. Unfortunately, there's not so many people that agree with me, especially not sexuals. But sexuals do, you know, some sexual guys really do love kissing a lot, but they want obviously it to lead to sex, whereas I don't, because I'm not interested. And me personally, I never want children. I've known since I was 15 years old that I never wanted kids. And I knew back then that if I had children in the future, if I decided to change my mind on that, I would have adopted. Because there's no way on this planet I would want a baby inside me. To me, personally for me, that would gross me out. I cannot think of anything more. To me, having a kid inside me would be the least natural thing in the world. It'd be absolutely horrible. Like I've had sex in the past, so I've had a guy in me, right? That was enough. I don't want a baby in me as well. Ugh. Do you know what I mean? I would just be gross. I'd want to literally, I don't really want to say what I'd literally want to do, but I would not want it in me. I'd just be like an alien. I'd hate it. I'd absolutely hate it. That's one of the things that really used to freak me out when I did have sex, even though I was on the pill, was because I didn't want to get pregnant. I was like absolutely paranoid in case I got pregnant, and I hate that. I never want to be pregnant. It's gross to me. So it would be the worst thing that could happen to me. I hate pain. I hate blood. I'm not into babies. I'm pregnancy repulsed. Like I worked opposite a nursery in my old job for 5 years. It took me 2.5 years to just stop feeling pregnancy repulsed. So stop feeling sick every time I saw a pregnant woman, because to me it's just not natural. it just looks ugh. I mean, I have no problem with kids because I actually get on really, really well with kids. But I'm glad other people have them, not me. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not a baby person, but I get on well with babies, even in the sense they want to hold my finger because I'm a caring person. I'm not horrible to anyone like that, any kids or babies. I have a natural caringness about me, but I'm not into them. I don't want them off my own. And I also worked out if I'd adopted, then I would have adopted like 4 or 5 years old when they are going to school, so I can have my own life a bit. But I don't want that life, That life is a life that I don't want to lead because it's not what I'm about. I've got so many goals, ambitions, and dreams of my own that I want to fulfill while I'm on this planet. And I do like being a kid myself on purpose, I think it's great. But I don't want kids. If those kids around me, then I'm normally on the same level as them. So when I was in my old job, sometimes I used to keep the kids entertained while the parents were buying stuff like beds because my department used to be quiet quite a lot of the time. And I get them making chicken noises and stuff like that. It's really funny. I talk to them about kids movies because I'm into kids movies, as you know. I go to the kids club a lot, and it was just really funny. I just had a great time. But it was because I'm on their level. We like a lot of the same things in that way. So I treat them like little mini adults. Kids are very intelligent. They're very direct. I like that about them. You know what I mean? Don't beat around the bush. And they're not afraid to get out of the comfort zone as well. And I think that's what we have to do as adults. We need to get out of our comfort zone a lot more. Stop living in fear. Fail forward, as they say, and just, enjoy life. Anyway, until next time, embrace your quirky and each other. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Happy Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month, day 13. Don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe right down below, right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live right now, post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we go along if you are enjoying the content. Give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. It helps these videos get higher up in search engine rankings. I'm really happy to have you as part of my community here. As always, please leave your comments, questions down below. If you want a video doing about a topic at a later date from my Asexual Perspectives book, then let me know. At the moment, we're literally this whole month, we're talking about asexual perspectives. And I'm reading from this book. So throughout the whole of July, this is very much my focus for this month. Anyway, until next time, embrace your quality and each other's, and I will see you on the next video or live stream. I'll be doing a live stream, obviously, tomorrow for day 14 of Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month. So join me for that. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.